Hi guys, Dartofan here and welcome back to the third part tutorial of the making of Cake Please. On this tutorial we will cover up on how to use decimation plugin inside ZBrush that lowers the poly count of our high mesh model and how to export it back to 3ds Max. Also we will cover up a script called Advanced Painter for populating some details on our scene. So let's get started. Okay, so let's start using Decimation Master. We'll start with this guy here and just turn this guys off. And right now it has 817,000 polygons. So you go to Z plugin menu and then you'll see Decimation Master here, just click it. And then the default of Decimation Master are like, it looks like this. And what we'll do is we'll just freeze the borders, and these two will just keep this off since we don't have any, we didn't do any unwraps in ZBrush. And we'll just do a pre-process current of this model here. You can choose the percentage on how low poly you want for the model. So maybe we can go around 30 and then just click decimate current. Okay, so before it we have 800,000 polys and now we get 245,000. So when you click Shift F, steady Shift F, you'll see that the wireframe has now changes the triangles, but you still get from 800 to 245,000. You still get those details that you sculpted before on the high mesh model. Okay, so let's do the other one, which is this one. So now in our high res model we have 253 and we get these details. And once we decimate this one here, so pre-process current again, and then let's say another maybe 30%, still 30% of decimation, and let's click decimate current. So as you've noticed, we still have all those details, but now it's just 76,000. So I won't be doing everything here, since it's the same process that we will do. So Shift F or click this one here. So you still have all those details that you sculpted before, and we can now export this back to 3ds Max. The way you do it is you go to Tools, so you select this one here, and Tools, Export, and then let's just delete this for now. So let's just export again. Export, so that's 11, and then let's say this one. Okay, export 4. Okay, so once you open up your 3ds Max, we can now import those meshes. So just import a single mesh, and if this one is checked, just uncheck this flip ZY axis. Okay, I think the Z axis is flipped on this model, so we'll just flip it later. Okay, just click OK. I think we have double important mesh. It was 4. Okay, so let's just hide this one here. So now you have the decimated model inside 3ds Max. Now I'll show you how to use the Advanced Painter script. So how Advanced Painter works is like multi-scatter and other scatter plugins. But this one, it's free. You can download it on this website, ScriptSpot. You can use it for free, and this is what I've used for detailing some cake crumbles on this model. So we'll just flip this one first. Okay, so let's say we have some crumbles here, which is, let's see, okay, I'll just model some low poly box just to show you how it works. And then let's say this one. So let's say these 3 are your cake crumbles, and we'll just open Advanced Painter and then choose randomizer. So we'll manually spread this one here for our cakes, for the cake. So you can select this one and add select. Okay. But be sure to adjust your pivot point on your y-axis to be at the bottom, or it depends on how you want to be scattered on your mesh. So let's say, since we already added these guys here in Advanced Painter, we'll just click this one and then click paint. So you have to click the base object where you want to scatter your cake crumbles. Okay. So now it's not, you won't see that it's rotating. So we'll just adjust this one here, 360. And you can also manipulate the scaling of the objects. So let's say 0.5 to 1.5. So now you can see it's rotating now randomly. So what I did on my cake crumbles, maybe let's say lower it down 0.5. And then I just click all over the mesh randomly. You can go tinier than this, or rescale this one here. And then click again. See? So just imagine if you have those low poly details that you modeled for your for detailing, to add some details. so let's try this one here also. You can also select both and then add the scatter for the selected objects. And sometimes you can add, let's say we'll add a table here, something, and then just select that one and you can add some details. Oh wait, it's probably, yep, it's there. So just select this one on the tree of it, or anything that you want, where you want to put your objects to scatter. You can just select them all and then paint all over it. So it might take some time, you just need some patience to scatter these guys, but it's worth doing it because it adds realism to your scene. See, so if I open up the one I did here, it's the same concept that I did, only these ones are already converted to Corona proxy. Yeah, this one. So these are Corona proxy. And I'll show you the ZBrush model. Where was that? Okay. So let's say I'll show you again how it works with this model here. Okay. So go to Advanced Painter. Oh, here. And then just clear this one. We'll add these details. So select those all details and add select again. Be sure not to group this and ungroup, open as a group, because it will scatter it as a group even if you open it. So just ungroup the group and then add select. So let's say we want this one, this tray here, and this table and this cake, and then just click this paint. Now you can just scatter them all over, whichever you want. And yeah, so it works pretty well with adding some details on your scene. I think that's all for this tutorial, and for the next tutorial we'll cover up on post-processing on the images. Okay, thank you for watching.